Macaulay Residence Conference Room, Father Baker Manor Conference Room, also at home care on the second floor at the kitchenettes as well. So all of our ministries are listening in today. So this is probably the first time in Catholic Health history that we all prayed together. So let's take a moment and do that. And I found a prayer that we used a while back when we were challenged with the Sisters Hospital and the St. Joseph campus coming together. So it's called Spiritually Moving Forward. We could just center ourselves, please. Moving forward as one body into the future filled with possibilities, we walk without maps, but we walk confidently as we walk in hope. We travel forward along the way we have not gone before. We travel as one who is led, arms outstretched, as one who is called forth to life. We travel together dependent on God for the strength and assurance, working with one another as God's instruments of love. Leaving known paths behind us, we choose to journey forward together, stronger in faith and service. May our God who calls us forward bless our journey. Amen. So today, as I mentioned before, we're hosting this WebEx across all of our ministries to talk about a very important decision that will impact everyone who's on the call throughout Catholic Health, and most importantly, our whole community. Starting today, each of you will become part of a historic moment in Catholic Health. Today will become a beginning of a challenging but rewarding journey, and you will each play a vital role, where the outcomes are not only yielded for each of you, but most importantly, our patients in our community. Today, as always at Catholic Health, we will focus on our patients first. And my role as CEO and the role of the Board of Directors is to provide focus and also provide tools to each of you to support our patient-centric environment and our commitment, and also the requirements that you have to deliver great health care today and into the future. To continue to lead the transformation of health care in the region, I am honored and pleased to share that Catholic Health has Catholic Health has Mike, did you say something? So Catholic Health has selected Epic as our new electronic health record. So congratulations to all of you. We heard through the process loud and clear that Epic was the overwhelming choice. Over the last 2 years, thousands of individuals from every area in Catholic Health spent time giving us your feedback. And Epic was a solution, and that was the choice you wanted. We also heard throughout the process that many of you believed that we would never take that challenge and make the investment or commitment for something so special. Well, just last week, during the blizzard, we had our board meeting. Our board was here upstairs in 6A and on the conference call through WebEx from all around the world, or all around the country, to make sure they were here for this historic vote. And they turned to me at the end, before they voted, and they said, Mark, do you have confidence in your management team at Catholic Health and all the associates that if we make this investment, we'll be able to deliver outstanding care and it'll actually work? And I didn't even pause, because I know the team we have, I know the team we're building, and I have all the confidence in all of you out there at the other sites as well as in this room that we'll be able to do that. So they approved it unanimously. I was able to sign the contract and actually connect with the CEO of Epic, Judy Faulkner, on Wednesday, and told her we're all in and we're committed, and she's committed to talk to me every month as the process goes on. This investment will be over $135 million. Every time I say that, I get chills. But it's truly a win for all of us and our patients and our wonderful community. When we are successful going live on Epic in 2020, we will be one of the only integrated health systems in New York State, and we will be alongside some of the best in the nation, Cleveland Clinic, Mayo, etc. But what does this mean for those of you who have either been living under a rock or just joined Catholic Health? You don't know if Epic is the new coffee makers or it's an IT system. But here's the deal. We'll have one medical record across the whole continuum. Think of that for a second. One medical record across the whole continuum, no matter where you are. We'll also be able to participate with community partners who will have access to our record. So whether you're in primary care, a lab, x-ray, it'll all be one record. If you happen to go down south during January to recover from the snow, and if something happens, they'll be able to access your record. That's pretty amazing if you think about it. This information will be seamlessly accessible for all the appropriate caregivers, and most importantly, the patients, to manage not only their health care, but as you know, Catholic Health is focusing on the health of the individuals too. They'll be able to manage their own health right from their portable devices. For those of you who are not familiar with Epic, Epic is the largest electronic health record in the country with over 64% of all patient records. It's a leading choice among hospitals, health systems, and medical schools. We'll also have the benefit by joining this fraternity or sorority of Epic users of leveraging all the nation's best outcomes, care paths. We're part of the team now with them. We sit around the table, we take the best of the best, and that gets implemented here at Catholic Health. I forgot to introduce Dr. Michael Lang, our chief administrative officer. I'll get to him in a second. I think, yeah, good. Awesome. So Mike has to hold that sign until we go live in 2020. So somebody on the IT team would probably hope he would just do that. So we're very excited. And when we signed the document, it was a time we had to take a time out, almost like a red rule on an OR. So I called Bart in my office. Dr. Lang was in my office. Nancy Sheen was in my office. And we just took a deep breath, and Bart said a prayer. And I told him that prayer better work. And we signed a document. So that's half the story. Let me get some water real quick. You okay, Mike? Okay. We'll be bringing in anywhere between 150 and, at the peak of the time, 500 people to help us with this. There'll be a 12-to-1 ratio during the test phase and the implementation phase. That means for every 12 end users, there will be one expert from around the country coming in to help us, or an expert that has been trained here at Catholic Health. It's unprecedented, and that's how it goes, and that's how it works. So the other part of the news that I wanted to share is that bringing that many people here in the office, we all know how crowded we are here, correct? Okay, especially in this room. We will be bringing in development expertise to support the project and augment our Catholic Health teams. And to ensure the proper environment for this, we've entered into an innovative partnership with Canisius College. And they're going to help us with, I have 17 more hats here, so it gets better. So what about Canisius College? Well, picture this. So we are going to be taking over 24,000 square feet in their Health Sciences Hall. We signed a new contract with them, a partnership. It'll be innovative space. It's right in their campus at Canisius. They're super excited. We'll be leasing that space throughout the whole process. That will become our learning lab. That will become where we build Epic. That will become where our IT team supports them. So we're very excited about that from a state-of-the-art space. But think of it this way. Catholic Health is a learning organization, so we'll have incredible access to the students for internships, mentoringships. They'll want to learn like we've all learned. It'll be great to have them as a resource, but we'll also be able to work with President Hurley, who's been outstanding working with us on this, and his board just approved it as well, to integrate and utilize the campus in any way we need to. So we're excited about that opportunity. Also, what's really critical as we move forward, it'll also create a talent pipeline for us between Canisius, so other colleges as well, but being right on the campus will be great. With that many people coming to Buffalo, we're also excited because it's right on the NFTA Metro Rail, so we'll be leveraging all the hotels, restaurants, access to this building, so we'll be able to have the people commute back and forth for that. So we're super excited for that. We also know this is an exciting time at Catholic Health, and as you know, anything worthwhile takes a lot of effort. So you were clapping before, and I want you to keep that going on for the next 18 months. It's a team effort, but while I have everybody's attention, you need to listen carefully. The real work begins today. It's going to be a challenging road that requires everyone's commitment to make this as successful as it can be for our patients and ourselves. It will impact our work, it will impact our culture, it will change the way we deliver care, and it will be all for the better. But it takes effort. We can't waver. We will have our challenges, and we'll have some of our greatest rewards as we deliver better patient access, quality, and clinical integration and support. I need each of you to think before you walk out of this room or before you leave the WebEx to really make sure that you have commitment for each other, for Catholic Health, for the community, and most importantly, our patients. Do not waver from this plan. It is critical that we stay focused and work together. We truly have been blessed last week with the board approval with this opportunity. Don't let it go to waste. We've been afforded the tools. Don't let them go to waste. It's now up to all of us to deliver on our promise. We have an opportunity to be the best in the country, and I look forward to this journey with you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't have a special thanks to Dr. Galang for his leadership. And also not able to be here today is Jim Dunlop, who between Jim Dunlop and Dr. Galang, I don't know where Catholic Health would be at this point with the Epic implementation. So I want to recognize Jim as well. And then also standing in the back there, who many of you don't know, is Nate McCarthy. Nate, can you wave? We've been blessed. Nate joined us August 4th from ECG, and it has been a steroid injection of expertise, knowledge, challenging us. He really helped guide us to the path that we got to last week at the board meeting. He presented for hours to our board, our finance committee, talking about that. He helped build the model that we have with Dr. Glang and Jim. So I want to recognize Nate since he's here for his efforts. So we have the opportunity, as I mentioned, to be the best in the country. If you don't have the stomach for this, just call me or email me and we can talk about other solutions for the future. But we really need to be working together. We're only as strong as the weakest link. Please work together and celebrate this wonderful milestone we have here. So finally, I am confident that with these new tools and your hands as caregivers, supports the staff for the caregivers, we'll be able to further reveal the healing love of Jesus to all those in need. So I thank you for your time today, those of you that are out there in WebEx land. And we're going to take a second now. I'll let Mike rest his arms, and we'll answer any questions that you have here in the room or over the WebEx. Any questions for us? We can flip over. No one has any questions? Okay, are we excited or what? Pretty cool, huh? Oh, question, yes. Don from CBS, yes, how can I help you? Yes, we're implementing it Monday morning. Let's go. No, what's happened so far is Dr. Glang and his team we've been building the team behind the scenes prior to board approval just because we had to get our sea legs. So I'm going to have Mike step up here and just talk about the different phases real quickly. And we want to be sensitive for everyone who's in the room on the WebEx. We're not providing patient care at this moment, so we're not going to make this too long, but we want to make sure you had the announcement. But we're starting, once we make the announcement, now we're rolling. So Mike, you want to jump in here? And
Sure. So implementation will consist of 5 phases, and it will all culminate in a big bang event in the 4th quarter of 2020. Higher mark. So as I said, so the Big Bang event, what that means is every single module of EPIC will go live at the same time on the same day, 4th quarter of 2020. And the first phase is really the direction setting or the design session. That's where we'll need many of your assistance in helping design the system. And it will really leverage what's called EPIC's foundation system. The foundation system is a collection of, as Mark said, the best practices, the leading practices across all of their customer base, from order sets to workflows to documentation templates. So we will leverage this to the best of our ability and minorly tweak it so that it fits what our needs are here at Catholic Health. That design then will be presented to the build and adoption phase, where the design will be given to our programmers and start building the system. Then it will move into the test phase, where we'll test what we built. Then the pre-implementation phase, where people will get trained prior to go live, and that's the 12-to-1 ratio, where we'll have hundreds of EPIC experienced resources who will assist folks at the go live. And then finally, post-go live optimization, which is a time after the end users have had experience with EPIC so that we can tweak it even more to meet our standards and meet our expectations. So it's about an 18-month process. Many activities have already occurred prior to the decision. So we're hitting the ground running starting Monday. We'll be developing the team that will be housed at Canisius, and we look forward to it. So.
Okay, your turn. We're good. The other thing that's important to note is that when the best practice is to do it that way, where everyone is on at the same time, and the build leads up to that. So when we flip the switch, we will all be trained. You will not be able to use the system until you're trained. So if you come in here, there's a process that Mike and the team will have people go through, and you need to pass this testing, if you will, before you can use the system. We're going to stay on the path of the best practice. So when Mike talks about tweak, use a small t in the word tweak, because there's best practices out there. So we know we're special at Catholic Health. but we're not that special that we need to change all the care paths and things like that. A couple housekeeping things I'll share with you. In 11 minutes, it'll be public. We had an hour interview yesterday with Business First and an hour interview with Buffalo News. They agreed to embargo the story until 8:30 because we wanted all of you to hear about it first. Canisius is making their announcement later on today as well. So you're the first to hear of it other than our board members and a few people that have been working on the project. So any other questions from anywhere? Okay, so carry this forward. There's going to be a one-pager coming out from Public Relations that will go to anyone who's not here. You know the facts that we shared today. There'll be more information coming out, but we want to make sure you heard it from us first. It's a great moment in Catholic health, and we're very excited to move forward, and I look forward to working with you. I'll be working directly with Mike on this project as well, so we just need all your support. So thanks for joining me today and joining Mike. And Barb, you have a question? Yes, Barb from Catholic Health.
So will this be recorded for other people to see?
Actually, yes. I've been told just recently in my ear that, yes, this has been recorded for other people to see. Whoever would want to see it again. I mean, it will be on Netflix next to The Crown, so you can just Google that, or Hallmark. It's same ending. It's snowing, and the two people get together, and that's the end. So great. Yeah, so we recorded this, and we're going to really work hard on communication. A couple things real quick that are important to note. Monday morning, Bill Pryor, our new Chief Administrative Officer, starts here at Catholic Health. Bill Pryor at Cape Fear in Fayetteville, North Carolina, is going live on Epic May 1st. So he's coming here with the whole opportunity to help us with the cultural transformation, the communication, and things like that. On March 1st, Hans Casnell, Dr. Casnell, is coming to join us. He spent 13 years at Geisinger in Pennsylvania. He actually built modules for Epic for Geisinger. So he'll be joining us March 1st as our Chief Physician Executive, replacing Dr. Darcy, if that's even possible to do. So we're super excited to have them here. We're going to make sure you have the right resources, but it comes down to decisions and courage. So we could bring in thousands of people to help you and help all of us, but if we don't have the courage to do this the right way, it rests on our shoulders. So it's an exciting opportunity. It'll be a game changer for the community. If any of you have used my chart with your physician, that's what it is, and you'll be able to keep track of your health and wellness as well. So we're very excited. That's all I have in case there's any other questions. Barb, anything I missed?
The link will be up and out for everyone who was not able to.
Okay, so this just in too. Within the hour, a link will be available so you can review our announcement as well. Okay? All right, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you so much for all you do for Catholic Health. We're adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody on the webcast. Dial out. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Forgot to mention that.